And then I went through, and a guy took my potatoes. We're in line waiting to get on the boat. It's going to take a while. It's supposed to come 2 hours early. This is to go back into Nova Scotia from Newfoundland. And come to find out, they charged us for the truck and the camper and also a car. But they were really nice about it. There's this jolly woman with a British or British accent. Scottish, I don't know. And she was just, wow, my dear, we have to refund that. And she was, and she was like, wait for your refund, and when you get it, tear the ticket up. If not, fight it. And then I went through, and a guy took my potatoes. He said, do you have any potatoes or, any produce? I got some potatoes and onions. What kind? I didn't know. He looked at me, oh, you can't have those potatoes. So he took my potatoes. I think we got to get together and eat them tonight. That's what I think they're doing, these guys. I said, what about the onions? He said, nah, we don't like onions. He just didn't, the onions were okay. He looked at them, that's not a problem. It was the potatoes. So, I'd only taken 2 potatoes out of the bag too. Oh well, no produce. But I shouldn't say this. I think there were 2 potatoes that fell out of the bag and are still in the box. My God, I hope it doesn't kill anybody. Oh well, we're gonna get on the boat eventually.
Yeah.
So we're in line waiting to get on the boat. We're in the trailer line. Say hi, Joyce.
Hi.
Yeah. And they charged me for 2 vehicles and a camper, but they're reimbursing 1. And they took my potatoes. We are at your typical commercial, not too cheap campsite. We just need to stop for the night because we were up all night again on the boat. It was a good ride. Rolled a little bit, but hardly at all. It rolled nothing on the way out, but this one it rolled a little bit. And we're a little tired. Joyce is inside, and she's taking a nap, and I think I'm going to be just dozing here in the chair maybe. It's a cloudy day, it's a little cool, but I'm comfortable. So this is a afternoon rest day, and tomorrow we will continue on the Cabot Trail. We're in Nova Scotia, and we're doing Cape Breton. We haven't done Cape Breton in 30 years, maybe 32. The girls who are in their late 30s now were 5 and 6 at the time. So we're looking forward to seeing it again. It's a beautiful area. I remember it specifically as being impressed by it the first time. We traveled up a pretty rough dirt road to get here. We branched off from the north end of the Cabot Trail. This is the smooth part of the dirt road. After you get down this way, it starts getting very, very interesting. Right. And came up to this little area on the edge of a cliff. Overlander led us up here, and we'll be spending the night here. It's early, it's only about 2 o'clock, but we figured we'd stop and not rush through the area. But it's really pretty up here. Cloudy weather, rain, probably all day tomorrow too. Then I think it starts to clear up. Temperatures mid-60s, a little cooler at night. Can be very windy. Well, good morning everybody. Another day on Cape Breton on the Cabot Trail, and another day of rain and or just overcast. This morning it's rain and a bit of wind. So, we're on the western side of Cape Breton National Park in Canada, and we've climbed quite a while, and this is the first time we've stopped because we have climbed before, but we climbed into the clouds so you couldn't see more than about 10 feet in front of you. Joyce, you turned away from the camera. I put the camera in front of you and you turned around. Last night we stayed in a very rural place up on a cliff. And today we're headed to something similar, but not on a cliff. In these, 3 weeks? I think we've probably stayed in a campsite maybe 4 nights out of maybe 30, 20, 25 nights. Sitting here in Nova Scotia, near George Bay, at the Celtic Grounds parking lot. They have a trail here that people hike. It's a fairly large lot. It doesn't say you can't park here. It's very close to the ocean. There are a few mosquitoes, so I'm wearing spray. But it's a pretty place. We're planning on spending the night. We had a little drama today. We hit some really, really rough roads. I mean, not just washboard roads, but the tires went down into holes and then came up out of holes and then went back into another hole right away. We did some bouncing at very, very slow speed sometime. You know, things fell down inside the camper, but you know, we've had that happen before. We managed to put them back up. One thing did happen, and I didn't take a picture of it, but I'll show you the repair. The tail light on the left side just fell off and was hanging by wires. I had replaced this before as I had hit it and was damaged, and there were a couple of screws in it, but the plastic on the inside of the tail light that the screws screw into broke. I'm surprised nothing else fell off the truck. My God, we hit some stuff. I'm glad I had a truck. We happened to be stopped at a co-op grocery store and hardware store when I came out and saw it hanging there. And I was glad I didn't lose it. So I went inside and they had duct tape and they had various colors. I chose red. And the result is this, a temporary repair that I don't think will come off, and I'll just have to order a new bezel, which is the plastic part of the light, and the 2 screws, because the 2 screws are gone too. I feel like MacGyver. Could be worse. The engine could have fallen out, but that didn't happen. So here's the view of this parking lot. That road right up there on the right goes up to another kind of picnic area and leads to trailheads for hikers and mostly all-terrain vehicles, ATVs. We've seen a couple of them go up. There are no signs that says you can't camp here. It does say over on that sign that the trail is for dawn to dusk use. So we'll just kind of park down here and do the best we can. If someone says we have to leave this evening, we will. That's all they can do. The joys of boondocking. We're at this beautiful spot and they provided a picnic table in a grassy area. The sun's come out. It's behind a cloud now, but there's blue sky. There's a breeze. It's about 70 degrees. It looks like we salvaged the day. And yes, afterward and eating, we'll pick up and we'll spend the rest of the day I'm going to do some video stuff and you'll probably read and pick up around the place and hope they won't kick us out. It's kind of a public parking area. So come to find out, there's a road that goes up to another area where they've been staying on I-Overlander, but they put a block there so that you can walk through there and probably four-wheel vehicles like ATVs can get through, but no more going up there to camp. So we're camping down here. There are no signs, so someone would officially have to be mean enough to come and kick a couple of old people out. That would be awful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If they do, I'll be sure to let them know that was what they're doing. Put on my best pouty face. Oh well, we'll do it. If someone comes and get the knock on the door and they say we have to leave, we'll leave. What else can they do? So, supper is kind of a macaroni spaghetti sort of stuff. It's pretty good though, huh?
Yep, very good.
Bon appetit. McDonald's in Canada is doing it right. Paper straws, paper waxed cups. The cap's still plastic, but hey, it's a start. Joyce and I are here at this beautiful and beautifully maintained provincial park campground. It's on the ocean, obviously. And if I turn around, here are the grounds. Our campers over there behind those. I'm gonna take a little walk around, see what's around here. Looks almost like a golf course, for God's sakes. Just a football field lengths up from the campground, and I'm in a park. There's the coastline. There's some people down there swimming. I've walked a little ways up along this fence. There's a long coastline with a beach here. Don't see that too much up this way. Of course, notice that there's blue skies pretty much. We haven't seen that in forever. And it's about 85 degrees out. There's a breeze up here though, which is nice. and we're paying attention to Hurricane Lee, which is working its way up the coast, and certainly hoping it goes out to sea, which is a definite possibility. Could hit here, could hit in Maine. There are 3 areas to this campground, A, B, and C. We're in Loop A. C, which is the largest one, is still being repaired for the damage from Hurricane Fiona. The only thing I can think of is it must have been a very wooded area. As a matter of fact, I think it was. It says on the map that it's a wooded site. So they must have had a lot of trees down. They get really hit hard, particularly right here along the coast in Nova Scotia. I was talking with this guy camped across the street from us, and he said that this place, this coastline in this area, took the brunt of it. So you wouldn't know it from here, but I guess they had a heck of a time.